Hello, beautiful Pisces. When the same numbers keep coming out over and over again through readings the entire week, you've got to start really questioning, is it coincidence or is Spirit trying to tell me something? Come on in. This is the last reading of the week, and I'm going to let you know what they had to say. Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your reading. The last one for the week. It is Thursday. I'm going to be doing life path numbers. I'm actually going to do more like a numerology thing, okay? So it's more like the numbers that come up. Those are the ones we're going to be looking at in conjunction to not only like the tarot numbers, but what it represents. So if you're not familiar, I have a life path number tarot as well. I will be posting that at the end of the video. And as well, I've done a video Sunday and Tuesday in regards to the topic we're going to be talking about. A lot of it has to do with thinking outside the box. I think anyway. I think about it. I think that is the major theme. I think about it. I have been thinking about it because one is called adjacent possibilities. Like that first one, that's what they were talking about. And the last video, we talked a lot about just sometimes we think that we just need to fix something that's there when we actually need to look all around us to see how that's affecting us. In other words, we're talking about a cracked cup on the floor. Maybe it's not even the cracked cup, it's how it matches the kitchen, that matches the house, that matches the environment, that doesn't match you anymore. So it was a very bigger theme, right? So this is what it's asking. So we're going to start with these two. And I'm going to pick one from the actual numerology guidance cards. I picked jumpers, so we did have in the last reading, it's because it's a new one. What did I call it? It is called the Bridge of Earth and Soul reading that I did on Tuesday. And you had transformation and the death card, and now the rebirth card is coming in again. So definitely a theme here, definitely coming in a lot. And 9, completion. Okay, so the first card I'm going to look at without really talking too much about it. This, I feel it came out, actually it should be this way. This came out to explain or to show that this is a numerology reading and it's for everybody. It's got 10 on it, which is all, this is the Kabbalah numerology, okay? So, for me, 1 and 10 and 1, they're the same. But this is just, let's just say that this is to say that all of the life path numbers are touched here, okay? And I'm going to read a little bit about what it means here. It says, in modern times, the Kabbalah numerology, okay, the mysticism, has come to refer to the desire for connection with the absolute, the infinite, or God. The intention of Kabbalah numerology is to connect you to your own inner resources, providing insight, meaning, and knowledge for self-discovery. In order to gain understanding, the Kabbalah system requires people to be honest with themselves as they reflect on their life path back to the source. This journey is expressed by the Kabbalah tree of life. It illustrates the spiritual path or of ascent by man who's seen as a microcosm of divine creation and serves as a symbol of God's nature and his relationship to the created universe. Okay, so there's a lot more to this that I really haven't gone into, but when I see this card, it means that everybody here, whether you're Life Path 1, Life Path 9, have master numbers, doesn't matter, this is affecting you completely, okay? So this is kind of like the card to say, everybody, listen up, okay? So it's not only saying, because sometimes when I do Life Path, others will come in more than this one, but this one usually comes out. So it's kind of just saying, hey, everybody, listen up. Again, number 12 is 3. And if you bring it down to the smallest, right? 12, though, if you look, it's the hangman, okay, in the tarot. And the hangman is about perspective. 3 is about the Empress. It's about bringing something to life. So if you put them together, for me, it's talking about taking your new perspective and bringing something to life. I mean, it's that simple, really. What we're doing right now is hanging out and seeing what else. The first reading had I come from another planet. In other words, look elsewhere for solutions. Adjacent possibilities, look elsewhere for solutions. So your creativity comes from a new perspective. Look elsewhere for other solutions. Same thing. To create, to become more, bringing life to new ideas, right? And then you have a rebirth here. 16. So let's take a look what it says. Not that I don't know what rebirth is. In the reading on Tuesday, transformation card and the death card both came out. So again, it's kind of a birthing moment. Really and truly, when I look at this reading right now, this is, and then you have 9 completion. It's like with insight, 9 with the Hermit. You get to completion, the world. It's I don't know, there's a lot coming in here. You've got the purple of the 9, the moon, which is intuitive, Hermit, intuitive. You have a lot of hits coming in with these numbers and these colors. Okay. Of course, it says major transition, transformation, and that's going to result in a significant personal growth. Okay. So it's awakening, it's rebirth, and a place where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and your overarching principles that guide you. So it says, this is where you surrender to changes around you and prepare for the best you can be. I like that. Be the best you can be. So trust and believe that your magical future awaits you. Okay? You can say magic, or you can just say, trust that your future is there awaiting you. Reevaluate your core values. Re-examine your life. Eliminate any superficial foundations that don't align with your higher self and your dreams. It's time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors. Humility, authenticity are keys to your success. Okay? And I would even say it's time for you to think outside the box. Honestly, it's time for you to think right outside the box. Just get the heck out of your own way. We forget that we love to get in our own way. We forget to see more than is actually there. We think that everything is so definite. When we live in a world of constant miracles, things keep happening. And yeah, I'm going to keep repeating it, but it's true. The things we said we couldn't do yesterday, we're doing today. So just take that into consideration. We could be doing so much more for ourselves, but we constantly keep limiting the the opportunities and the ability to go beyond the limitations we impose on ourselves. There's no need for anybody to be hungry on this planet. There's plenty to go around. There's plenty to share, even at that. But we build rules and systems that end up being very bad for people. Some people say it's in the struggle that you flourish. For certain things, absolutely. But for other things, we shouldn't be doing that at all. Especially when it comes to just basic living, right? Basic health. We put emphasis on things and put attention on certain things that shouldn't get much of our attention at all. Actually, if anything, we should, be kind of taking the attention away from the people who are always crying for it and put it back somewhere where it can be helped or needed. We should be looking further than our own nose, our own thoughts, our own mind, even our own ideas of how big certain things can be. When you think outside the box and you start seeing solutions to everything in different places, in creativity, in moving it by transitioning, like this card, we see completion. We can get to complete what we started in. Right? That what we started moving into. Let's take some cards. I'm going to take from the Tarot de Marseille. I know it's not numerology, but there's numbers on the cards, so that works, right? Am I preaching? Maybe. A little bit. I think so. Yeah. You have the Four of Pentacles here. It's my point exactly. We justify what we're controlling, but we never take the time to see if it makes any sense. And when we try to think outside the box to make something, develop or imagine it into being, we're called foolish. It's a contradiction in the way we see things. It's not a contradiction when it holds you in chains, but it's a contradiction when it frees you. It's very strange. It's very strange. You are all spiritual beings if you're here, especially if you've been listening for a long time. I know that. But you ever sit with yourself and wonder, that really doesn't make any sense at all. If I can sit there and imagine myself doing different things and being in different places and building different things, even though the materials may not exist, isn't that a better place to be than in this one where it's so restrictive that we've put in place and we've protected everything so much that nobody else can actually share or be free in their lives? This Four of Pentacles, this need for control, this need to hold it down, not let it breathe. Protect what you have because, it can all be taken away. Interesting. Let's take another one. Let's see what else they've got to say here. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is it's so hard, right? It's that wounded warrior that, I need discipline. I'm so tired. I've got to be so determined to get there. Dragging your feet through doors that you open and there's nothing in them, right? That was an adjacent possibilities. There were doors on each side, but nobody bothers to look if there's a door in the ceiling and a door on the floor, because there's usually not doors there. They're usually on the wall. But what if they were elsewhere? What if they were where you're not expecting them? Does that make them less of a possibility? Why do we keep dragging our feet around the opportunities that are presenting themselves in order to keep what is protected and restrained? The 3 in the middle of these 2 cards is telling me that we create these opportunities only to stop them from becoming. We create opportunities to stop them from becoming. How do we do that? We call them imagination. We call it visualization. We call it dreaming. We don't give it no mind. We keep it quiet. We don't share it with anybody. Why do we do that? Because we're afraid to be seen as fools or not taken seriously. Le pendu, the hangman, he's underneath the deck. He's right here. Right? Perspective. Right there. There's the death card again. It won't stay out of the deck. I'm sorry, it won't stay in the deck. Any decks that I've had this week, it won't stay in the deck. Maybe it's staying out of your deck. Or it's staying in your deck, is what I want to say. You see, I'm mixing it up, but it's because at some point, this is not being seen. This is where the illusions is. The illusion of this is, and I'm having a hard time to speak. I'm restricted in this reading. I feel like I'm being shut down or shut up or not able to speak properly. You see this blue in this card right here? That's your voice. That's your voice. Use it. Don't be afraid to. You don't need to shout either. Really? You don't. That's another perspective. You can speak quietly and still put your point across. There's more than your voice when you speak. There's your face, there's your eyes, there's your stance. You can get your point across. You stand still for long enough, people are going to stop doing what they're doing and look at you and go, what? Because your stillness unnerves people. Trust me on this, I know. And then you can calmly say what you have to say. Also gives you time to think about it for a minute. There's the Empress. There she is, number 3. They keep bringing all the same things out. Right? The Death card, the transformation, brings rebirth to the Empress. Because over here, on this side, she's being restricted. But on this side with the rebirth, the change, the death of what she's thinking about, it's changing. And I'm losing my voice. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? It's going away. This is what's happening right now. You've got to find your voice. You've got to give it you've got to give it a shot. You've got to move it forward. You've got to look elsewhere. I feel that in this old place that you're at, where you're just replacing, like we were looking at the mug on Tuesday, the mug breaks, you replace it with the same one. The mug breaks, you replace it with the same one. And it keeps aggravating you. And I am losing my voice. Can you hear it? Yeah. It keeps aggravating you. The thing is that you need to look elsewhere. You need to go somewhere else. You need to find a different out. You need to find a different mug, a different kitchen, a different cabinets, a different house even. And that's just an example. Like I said on Tuesday, that's just an example. It's because you're getting stuck in this wheel of the same old. And you're not looking outside of that or inside of that to see where the actual problem is. And it's binding you. It is choking you. Just like I'm being choked right now. And I'm not going to stop talking. I don't care. One more. The Fool. This is beautiful. Because after the completion, there's the Fool right here. The 9, that says completion. After that is the Fool. This is the road you want to take. This is you stuck here, going round and round in a circle, affecting all life paths. Every single one of us right now are stuck in old ways. Frankly, the whole planet is. The way the systems are, they're broken. We know they're broken. We've seen how broken they are. And every day we get more proof of it. So there needs to be a switch. A dead of the old, so that with the Empress we can go into the new. We can have a rebirth. And in that rebirth then we can complete this cycle and start a new one. That's all this is. That's all it explains. And you may say, Jane, this is very simple. It is, but it's a hard road to take. And it's a hard one to move forward in. You ever hear that saying, easier said than done? This is that. This is easier said than done. We're going to need the magic of every life path number here. Where is your magic? Let's go through it. The Magician. You are magic. You have all the tools within you to really tap into your personal power, to use your resourcefulness to bring action to your wishes, to turn the power that you have into reality. If anybody knows how to do this, ones you do. 2, your high priestesses, you've got beautiful inner wisdom. You are receptive to everything. But you need to be quiet. You need to listen to your dreams, and you need to trust your intuition and seek answers within yourself. Empress, you're represented twice here. One as being blocked and one as flourishing. You are the one who blooms brand new things. Creativity. You are the fertility of the numbers. The nurturer. The abundance. Embrace your creative self. For the Emperors, you are stability. You are structure. You are power. Your authority. Your achievement. Your leaders. Your practical problem solver. So if you're looking in a box that you don't even know, that you've never looked into, we can trust you to find an answer or find something that we can use. Hierophants, you're our guides, you're our teachers, you are the forever student. You use all your experiences to bring forward the knowledge. And here you will excel. Because this is new knowledge that you can pass on as wisdom. So do it. Take the opportunity. Be flexible in learning, and then you'll be the ultimate teacher. Lovers. Lovers, you are committed to harmony. to togetherness, to well-being, and to happiness without fear. You bring your heart and your head, and they get united into a cause that will bring it forward, right? You tune into your heart's desires while paying attention to logic. It's the perfect marriage of feminine and masculine, and also spirit. Just make sure to keep it in balance. That's all. Don't be too much for somebody else or too much for yourself. That's it. The Chariot, you have such potential for momentum. You have determination. You've packed the bags, you've put it in the buggy, you're ready to go. Now all you have to do is harness your resources to get to where you want to go and build that momentum and movement. You have to get yourself into the seat, and not only that, you have to get yourself moving in the direction. Even if you're not sure sometimes of where it's going to go, you can direct where you need it to go. Number 8, our strength, our brave hearts, our courage. You have self-assurance for everybody. You have that instinctive drive. Again, the inner strength. You can also increase your personal power by focusing on that inner strength. You work with the wild part of you to find balance between logic and impulses. You can do this, right? You can look at these things and call them impulses, and then you can weave them together and have the courage to move forward into them. You can do it. And then you have 9 beautiful hermits who sit in solitude, who gain introspection and wisdom and perspective through reflection, through meditation. You are spiritual. You are the soul who craves retreat to replenish and restore. You can take everything that I'm saying right now and you can turn it into something that's meaningful, something that will resonate with people and yourself, and make it meaningful. I'm not going to go through the masters because the masters, you guys are just, you have extra responsibilities. You just do. You have your own individual numbers, and then you come, it's like a promotion without pay. I always say that to everybody who comes and watch the Life Path numbers. You have strengths here that can take you very far. Every single Life Path number. It's time for you to stand up and stand in those strengths and move forward. Go explore the thing that hasn't been explored. The thing that doesn't look like it connects to anything at all. Don't stay small. Don't stay in this solar system. Don't just look at the door that present themselves. Go look at the doors that maybe are not completely seen but still available to you. If the cup breaks, don't question whether you can get another one. Question if you want another one. This has been your readings for the week. They've been very profound. They have huge messages, and I've channeled very deeply for them. I appreciate the time that you've given me, and I appreciate the messages that have come in. For some of you, there'll be wisdom that you can store away. For some of you, it may change your life right away. For some of you, it may not do anything at all. But I thank all of you for coming in and taking the time. I appreciate you. And I will leave you saying my Life Path number is here somewhere, the channel, in case you want to see your videos every week for your Life Path number. I have Tarot Guide with AI. I also have a Soul Awareness channel, which I love. Longer messages once a week for everybody. And there's another video here. If you haven't seen the ones from this week, I invite you to go to the homepage and watch those. They all have messages very similar to this one, but all have different insight to offer. I appreciate you very much. I will see you next week. Take care of yourself. Bye for now, Pisces.